Amber Heard and Johnny Depp have been battling in court for quite some time now, trying to prove their own innocence and their other wrongs. But the court cases are still raging on. However, more light has been shined on the case, and we even managed to get our hands on some of their text messages. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp text messages leaked. What happened with Mr. Depp's appeal? The US actor asked the Court of Appeal to grant permission for him to challenge the High Court's ruling, with the aim of having its findings overturned and a retrial ordered. At a hearing last week, Mr. Depp's lawyers asked the court to consider fresh evidence relating to what they said was Ms. Heard's claim that she gave her $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Mr. Depp's barrister, Andrew Caldecott QC, told the court that claim was a calculated and manipulative lie. After the court divorced in 2016, Ms. Heard said that she would split the $7 million between the Children's Hospital Los Angeles and the American Civil Liberties Union. These text messages range from conversations with colleagues, assistants, and also parents. We have text messages between Amber and her mother, Depp and his assistant on substance use, Amber's messages to Depp about divorce, Depp messages to colleagues about Heard being a stripper and how she engaged in various activities. For short, this video is going to expose you to some other decays in the Amber-Depp short-lived marriage. Last year, the US actor lost his libel case against the publisher of The Sun over an article that labeled him a wife-beater. Mr. Depp asked the Court of Appeal for permission to challenge the ruling, but on Thursday, a judge refused his application and said his appeal had no real prospect of success. But Adam Wolanski, QC, representing The Sun's publisher News Group Newspapers, said the new evidence Mr. Depp wanted to rely on would not have had any impact on the result of the libel trial. The court refused permission for Mr. Depp to appeal. Speaking at the Royal Courts of Justice in London, Lord Justice Underhill said, "We refuse Mr. Depp's application to admit further evidence in support of his proposed appeal, and we conclude that the appeal has no real prospect of success and that there is no other compelling reason for it to be heard. We accordingly refuse permission to appeal." What has the reaction been? In a statement after the ruling, a spokeswoman for The Sun said, "The Sun had every confidence that this leave to appeal application would not be granted and are pleased with today's decision." What was the original ruling? The Sun's article, published in April 2018, was the focus of a 3-week trial in July last year. The 57-year-old sued News Group Newspapers, the publisher of The Sun, over the accusation that he was violent towards Ms. Heard, but the newspaper maintained its article was accurate. The Hollywood star's libel claim was dismissed by Mr. Justice Nicole, who found The Sun's accusation to be substantially true and ruled in the publisher's favor. The judge found Mr. Depp, 57, had assaulted Ms. Heard, 34, on a dozen occasions and put her in fear for her life 3 times. Days after the ruling was announced, Mr. Depp announced he had been asked by Warner Brothers to resign from his role in the Harry Potter spin-off franchise Fantastic Beasts. But Mr. Caldecott said the hospital wrote to Mr. Depp's business advisor in 2019 to say Ms. Heard had not made any payments. The court heard $100,000 was donated to the hospital and $450,000 to the ACLU, but Ms. Heard claimed she made a further $500,000 donation to the second charity anonymously. Ms. Heard's legal team had previously said Amber has already been responsible for 7 figures in donations to charitable causes and intends to continue to contribute and eventually fulfill her pledge.